Hello, and welcome to the spoilerCast, the show where we talk about movies and we don't care about spoiling them because it's the spoilerCast. I am Tobias, of course, and with me as always is my sister and trusted co-host, Rebecca.
Oh.
Hello. And today we thought we would change it up a little bit, not talk about something heavy or scary or old. We thought we should go a little lighthearted this week. So Rebecca suggested that we watch He's All That, or we watch both of them, He's All That and the original She's All That.
Yes.
I don't know why.
Because I actually wanted to see He's All That to see if it's as bad as people say.
Okay.
And I know, She's All That is actually quite alright.
Yeah,
and it's something that I grew up with. I don't know.
Yeah.
You probably.
Well, yeah, I think I grew up more with it. I mean, it came out in 2001. It was definitely aimed towards me.
99?
Okay.
Maybe not in Sweden though. I don't know.
I don't know. I thought it was 2001. Maybe I was wrong.
It's 99.
All right. Well, I'm wrong then.
But again, it might have been 2001 in Sweden. We don't know.
99. Yeah, sure. And maybe I saw it in 2001. I don't know.
Yeah.
Either way, I mean, it was aiming towards teenagers, and I was at least closer to teenage than you were. But
yeah.
I guess you grew up with it as well.
Yes.
But I gotta say, I think I only watched this once back in the day, because I definitely seen it before. I just didn't remember much of it. But I mean, it wasn't that hard to figure out.
No.
But yeah, of course, yeah.
Also, you've seen the plot in Not Another Teenage Movie.
I actually haven't seen Not Another Teenage Movie.
You haven't?
No. Why would I watch something like that? Yeah, it's a spoof movie that manages to be as embarrassing as the things it's spoofing. So I skipped all those date movie, Not Another Teen movie, epic movie, disaster movie. The only one I watched was Scary Movie.
I watched a bunch of them.
Yeah. Anyway, but of course, then yeah, we also watched He's All That, the Netflix remake. And I guess should we start with which one should we start with?
I don't know. I mean the premise is the same in both.
It's yes.
Popular kid gets dumped and gets challenged by their friend to make over a non-popular kid to become one of the prom royalties in 2 months-ish.
Yeah.
I think in She's All That it's 6 weeks, and in He's All That it's 2 months.
And
they do fall in love with their victim.
It's the classic, like they fall in love for real instead of just faking it.
Yeah. Because, you put so much effort in it, eventually you do fall in love. And
you learn that you learn stuff about yourself, and that you not only the popular kids are the cool ones, but actually, there's something good inside everyone, sort of thing, Even though in both movies, they don't really fall in love with the character until they do the makeover. Which is kind of funny. But well, more so in He's All That, because she's basically completely like nonplussed against him until she cuts his hair and you get the reveal scene. She's like, oh, well, okay.
Oh, to be even more shallow, I think it's when they go find costumes and she sees him without a shirt on.
Oh yeah, god dang.
To be fair, I blinked and missed that part, but then I watched someone else's review, and she did a stop and rewind. It's like, oh, right, that happens. I've heard that happens.
He's just skinny. Abs on a skinny guy that's too easy. Anyway.
Sure. You do know that he's one of the karate kids in the Cobra Kai show, right?
I don't know. I don't watch Cobra Kai.
You should.
Yeah, whatever. People have been saying that since it first came out on YouTube like 4 years ago.
It's actually good.
Whatever. I'll watch it sometime maybe. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They literally have the same build up, the same like almost same pace.
Yeah.
I
And
mean, sure, it's a bit updated with what they use and
well, of course,
the interest.
it's made for the 2020s and not the 1990s or 2000s.
Yeah.
But let's start with She's All That then. We know the plot. What had you? So you had seen it before,
Yes, many
and
times.
so I guess you like it.
Yes.
Having watched it now, when you've learned so much about critical viewing, so to speak, what do you think now?
It's not as good as I remember it, but after I watched both movies today, I watched a bunch of other people's reviews of both movies.
Yeah.
Mostly people who compared them or did a review on He Saw That. And some people are too pretentious to realize that this is a 90s teen rom-com. And they read too much into it in, like, patriarchy and gender roles. That, like, yes, sure, there are certain things, but someone compared the makeovers and said that hers was more invasive. It's like, but why?
Wow. Yeah. I don't
They
know.
did exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
They
They cut their
the
hair,
hair,
got new
but
clothes.
got new clothes, and she got makeup, and he got rid of his scruff.
Yeah. That's the only difference is they shaved his face and plucked her eyebrows. That's it.
Oh, they plucked his as well, probably
Yeah.
a little bit.
We didn't see it.
No,
What
but
what we
they're
see.
literally the same.
Yeah, it's the same. And I thought the movie was um, yeah, I didn't see any like finger wagging about gender roles and patriarchy or whatever.
No.
The only thing, and now we're talking about He's All That. All of a sudden, we're supposed to talk about
Well,
She's All That.
whatever.
Yeah, is the scene where whatever the girl's name is. I don't remember anyone's name
And he saw that
except for Queller. Is that the guy's last name?
last name, yeah, and her
Yeah.
name is like Paget or something.
All right, Paget head to toe.
Yeah, Paget Sawyer, but
Paget
yeah,
Sawyer,
Paget.
yeah, Paget. It sounds like pageant. Why did you pick
Such a
Paget?
stupid name.
Anyway, when her friend, the one
bad
that
friend or
no,
the good friend?
the actual friend, not the backstabber. Quinn, thank you, Quinn. When she says that she's taking Cameron Queller, Cameron's friend to the prom,
Yeah.
the movie just stops for like 30 seconds to have like a lesbian moment. Like
It's
they thought they had already
yes,
hit.
this is queer.
Yeah, they had already hit. No, they had already hinted at it before and done a pretty good job of just naturally introducing the fact that they're lesbians because it is a natural thing. So okay, but then just because they just before that scene had like the heart wrenching scene where her what we thought was best friend stabs her in the back.
Oh right, yes.
And then just like I'm gonna bring whatever her name is to the prom. Oh my god, you're so perfect. It's like okay, we get it. If from nowhere they just have to say, oh, they're lesbians and they're wonderful and they're awesome and they're perfect. Okay, we know.
Yeah,
you already
didn't
did
have
that.
to
What?
shove it in our face.
And then the
let
movie
it
just
be.
continues. It was so weird because they just like,
Yeah.
stop. Let's do this lesbian scene, then move on with the story. That's the only thing like made me react because it felt a little on the nose. But other than that, I thought it was pretty fine. It wasn't too woke for me.
No.
Not at all. I had plenty of other problems, but not that.
We said that for the Patreon episode we might talk about other 90s rom-coms like this.
Oh yeah.
And if you want to have a woke movie, we should talk about 10 Things I Hate About You.
Oh, I've actually never watched that one.
Oh, that's definitely one of them then.
Okay,
So if
sure.
you want to hear Tobias rage about wokeness, check out the Patreon for Monday.
Yes, check out the Monday Patreon exclusive episode where we'll
'Cause
talk
you will
about.
rage.
Okay, sure.
Most likely.
But yeah, so that aspect of the movie was not a problem. What I had a problem with was everything else, basically.
And he saw that, you mean?
He's all that, yeah. But let's
And
get
she saw that.
let's get back to She's All That, cause I'm gonna say I didn't like either of them.
Oh, okay.
and I just slightly prefer She's All That. I don't think it's much better than He's All That, even though it has. I mean, it doesn't really have like classic status. It's not the one people remember maybe most fondly, but it's the one people do remember. Which I don't
Most
understand because
anyone
it's
can say that they've seen it at least,
yeah.
unless they're younger
But I
than
mean, for
me, I
me,
suppose.
it's like movies like Never Been Kissed is one I think of more than this one, or the one I don't know what it's called in the original title, but the Swedish title is Alla var där, the one where everyone's going to the party. Whatever, we'll talk about that
Yeah.
later. She's All That.
Yes.
It was it was so like it was so like we've talked about how some movies are very formulaic and how that can be a good thing to stick to formula because it's a tried
Yeah.
and true formula that works, and they do that in this as well. Like I could even like I could foresee at what minute in the movie the second act false sense of security moment and the low point and then the getting together scene would happen, like um
Wait, yeah.
and the different plots, like ooh we think we think Freddie Prinze Jr. because he's what is he, class president or school president or whatever it's called.
Yeah, he's
um
like the best guy
he's
in the
yeah,
school
and he's
in
a jock,
everything.
and he hangs out with the other jocks. Rest in peace, Paul Walker. Of course.
Yes.
He's just a shallow dude, but then he's actually kind of conflicted. He doesn't know which college to pick. He wants to of course appease his father, who wants him to go to Dartmouth, but he's not actually sure what he wants to do with his future, even though he has this cool exterior. Ooh, and
Yeah.
there's the scene that comes way too early in the movie where he's at the performance art show with Rachel Lee Cook.
Laney.
Laney. And he has to improvise a performance art, which is very mean against someone who's never
Yeah.
done it before. But I gotta say, that scene, his performance art was genuinely good, I think.
Yes. Specifically compared to the strange performance that the Laney was part of.
Yeah, that felt like one of those parodies of performance art. While his thing actually felt like, I guess, more kind of like slam poetry, but definitely performance art.
It
And
was more laid back.
yeah, and
performance art.
it actually like it showed his emotions, and he used a format that he was comfortable with, and you got to know so much about the character. But it was too early in the movie for that. But I was like, hey, this is actually really good. And how he used a very douchey thing like hacky sack as a metaphor for his conflicted feelings about his future. Wonderful. But then there was the rest of that subplot with him feeling pressure from his father. It culminates in the scene when he like lashes out like, "Hey man, I can't live your dreams, Dad. I have my own future, and I'm not quite sure what it is, but it's not your future." And his dad
And
is like,
isn't that like right before prom? So just at the end, basically.
"Yeah, sure." But the thing is, and his father's like, "I'm sorry if it ever felt like that. Of course, I want you to choose your own future. I just wanted to help you and like show you what I liked." And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Thing is, other than the one scene where his dad says, "Oh, you haven't gotten your acceptance letter from Dartmouth," which is very early in the movie as well. It's after
Yeah.
the first day at school. The dad is not in the movie. He never
No.
pressures him to pick Dartmouth. He never like, "Oh, I remember. I want to tell you my stories about Dartmouth." We only hear,
No.
and that's also only one scene. We hear Freddie Prinze Jr. talk about that. So
Once, yeah.
once he talks about the pressure from his father. So throughout this hour and 40-minute movie, we have like 3 minutes of that subplot, which is not enough for him to like lash out at his dad in the end.
No, we don't get enough substance in that to like.
but we needed that scene of him being angry at his dad because that's what's supposed to happen after he breaks up or sort of breaks up with Lainey before they
Yeah.
get together in the third act, which is the prom.
Yeah.
But they needed to have more in there with that. But they didn't want to. They didn't care about that. They just wrote in the bare minimum to like actually have a subplot. Like, oh, here's where we show that he has pressure, and then he mentions it, and then he lashes out, and they fix everything. but there needs to
Yeah.
be stuff connecting those three scenes.
Yeah, they just had to like throw that in to give him more of a
More
character, I guess.
depth.
Depth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
quote unquote depth. Yeah. Um, that's probably my biggest problem with that movie. And the same thing, like Paul Walker's character who initiates this bet in the She's All That
Oh.
version. His motivation, and that's a problem in He's All That as well. His motivation for like backstabbing Freddie Prinze Jr. in the end comes kind of from nowhere. They seem to be good friends, but then it's just like, oh, I've been living in your shadow for 4 years, and now you're gonna guess what's coming. I'm like, where did that come from?
His resentment.
Yeah,
is,
where did the resentment
very
come
unfound.
from? Like, I get it, but
Yeah.
because it's that kind of character, and the friend living in the shadow of the most popular guy in school, sure, but you need to show that in the movie as well.
Yes.
You need to connect. You need to connect the beginning of the movie, the bet, with the betrayal in the end. There's nothing in between there.
They do it a little bit He's All That, but
sure, but that's
not enough really
no,
either.
No, it's very bad in that one as well. And I mean, it's so poorly told that for a while I thought Paul Walker's character had genuine feelings for Lainey when he started like asking her to prom and like being nice to her, because they even plant that scene when they're at the beach and he puts his arm around her shoulders when they're leaving the beach.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, maybe he's just doing it because he was insecure. He wanted Freddie Prinze Jr. to get to know her so he could like kind of get to know her. But then of course it wasn't that. He was just an asshole, which kind of sucked because it was Paul Walker, and I was like, oh damn it, he was the bad guy.
He plays a good asshole.
Oh sure, yeah, he was a very good asshole. and I don't know why I noticed it, but goddamn, is he buff in this movie?
Oh yes,
he's so fucking big.
But I think it's because of the clothes they wear.
Sure.
So every T-shirt on him hangs so loose because his shoulders are so fucking broad.
Yeah, I guess. So because he does not look like that at all in Fast and Furious. He's much more lanky in Fast and Furious.
Yeah, when he was younger in this one.
And it was only like a year or two later. So, but anyway, yeah. That's a big problem. The script is severely lacking. Like the father character, he's supposed to be the one who like has the sensible advice in the end, but we've never seen him be sensible before that. He's never been involved at all in the story. But in the end he's like, oh, metaphor, you gotta go to the prom. And she's like, you're right.
Well, he's the the one who's been observing from the shadows and.
Yeah, but we never even get a like hint that he's actually perceptive at all. I mean, they actually have a scene where he watches Jeopardy and does not know a single answer to a question or question to an answer.
So sure, but he always says the wrong one.
Yeah, so they even make him out to be like a dummy, but then he has the right answers in the end. I don't know. Maybe that's supposed to be like a reverse, whatever.
I think so, because they do make him out to be kind of a low life and a dummy, but
not a low life.
Oh, listen, why? Because in the end he does say like, I don't know why people look down at being a pool boy. I have my own company. I make my own money.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I think that's kind of what they're trying to do. They're trying like, yeah, sure, he's just a pool guy.
Sure, yeah.
He's not rich.
I just reacted at you calling me a low life, like he's a purse snatcher or something. That's a low life.
Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, sure.
Non-posh? I don't know.
Working class.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. But it feels like they're trying to make him out to be almost lower than working class.
Yeah, which is that's also a thing in He's All That. This like contempt for not even working class, like middle
consumerism.
Yeah, no, but like in She's All That. Oh yeah, he works as a pool cleaner, but yeah, he has his own company. He's his own boss, and he like he says, I put food on the table, and the house is
his own house.
Yeah, the house is pretty damn big. It's like I don't know it's a house. Yeah, in Sweden we call that a villa, but it's not a villa because a villa is something different. No, yeah. But it's a big house,
it's a standalone house. I don't know what you call it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what you call it in English actually. It's a house.
It's 2 stories with a basement, a big basement that she can have like an art studio in. a
Yeah.
pool,
Yeah, and a
and a
big
backyard.
backyard. It's nice,
Yeah.
And then same
The
thing in
neighborhood looks nice, what little you see of it.
yeah, and the same thing in He's All That. Like she's embarrassed that she goes to like a kind of rich kid school. Not really, but
Yes.
her friends are rich. So she doesn't want
Well,
to
it's
show
supposed
off
to be
that
like the
she
good
lives.
neighborhood.
Yeah, sure. She lives in a smaller house, so she pretends living in some sort of nice like apartment complex.
Yeah.
But then when you actually see the house, sure, it's not huge, but it's a nice looking house when you see the picture in the end.
Yeah, but it doesn't match her influencer lifestyle.
Yeah, I know, but it's so I
Yeah.
don't know.
It's also
It's
probably
so
like
shallow.
it's probably supposed to be that though.
Yeah. But I
Comment
mean,
a bit on how fake things can be on social
sure.
media.
Sure, but that's going to extremes.
Well,
Anyway, what I did like though about She's All That, and that's something that I do enjoy with a lot of early 2000s or late 90s teen movies, is that they have this it's not just a straightforward like movie about people going to school. You have like weird dream sequences, quirky
yeah.
characters, and things that just makes it feel zany for some reason. I mean, like one of my favorites, probably my favorite of those kinds of movies, Get Over It. Partly because that was when I discovered Ben Foster, who's gone on to become like the greatest actor ever. Well, at least up there. You remember
Why
Get
can I
Over
not
It?
remember Get Over It?
It's
Which one is that?
it's oh, it's so good. I mean, I've actually rewatched it pretty recently, and it holds up. I think it's the one with Ben Foster who gets broken up, and then he
Midsummer Night's Dream.
yes, exactly. It's kind of a retelling of that, and they even do that play in the end.
Yes,
Kirsten
that's. Oh,
Dunst,
I love that.
Mila Kunis is in the movie. Uh, um, what's Tom Hanks' son? Not the weird one, the
Colin
other one.
Hanks.
Colin Hanks.
Cisco is in it.
And Cisco, yeah. That one has the strange musical number in the beginning with vitamin C.
Yeah.
And
I
yeah,
love that one.
the whole thing that it's kind of a high school retelling of A Midsummer Night's Dream,
Yes.
and it has these weird characters. The parents in that movie are wonderful.
Wonderful.
No, I'm thinking of Orange County. Sorry, it's another Colin Hanks
No, but
movie. But they're also the parents
they're
are
also
weird
kind
now.
of
Yeah,
wonderful. The ones who are in it are kind of weird and wonderful.
yeah. And you have the Matthew Lillard character in She's All That, who's this who's supposed to be this washed up semi celebrity from the real
Call
world.
him like a D celebrity.
Yeah,
I think.
D-list celebrity, and how they later implement him in a dream sequence where Freddie Prinze Jr. and Rachel Lee Cook are in the real world all of a sudden,
Yeah.
stuff like that, and the random dance number in the end, which felt just funny and random in She's All That, and felt completely wrong in He's All That.
Oh yeah, you mean at the prom?
Yes.
I thought you meant his own dance number at the party.
Uh,
That one is also
that's
weird but wonderful.
yeah. And they're more stuff like, once again, the one I gotta look it up because I don't remember. Alla var där. God damn, what is it called in English?
I have no idea what that's called in English.
Is it called? No, wait a minute. Nope, that's not it.
That's not it. Oh no.
Oh, Can't Hardly Wait.
Right.
Jennifer Love Hewitt, Ethan Embry, what's his name? The guy. Whatever.
The guy.
You know.
Yeah, probably.
Oh,
Sure, I don't even know if I've seen it,
Seth
probably.
Green. Seth Green is what I was thinking of. That movie has this, it's all about the party. The in-betweener guy, Ethan Embry, he wants to tell Jennifer Love Hewitt, who's not really the it girl, but she's the most beautiful girl in school, that he loves her. And it all culminates in this party that's like half the movie. And throughout the movie, especially during the party,
one?
yeah, you have this weird kleptomaniac character walking around just stealing things all over the movie.
Right.
Even in the end, spoilers, spoilercast.
Wow.
When the cops, like they always do, break up the party, he just walks into a cop car and drives away. These weird little things put into the movie that are sorely missing in modern high
Yes.
school comedy movies. Like
It's
there was
almost
no
like Easter eggs, but
yeah.
like
But there was no quirky, weird, funny character or moment in He Saw That.
no, not really. I
Instead, you
think
just
that
have a
was
bunch of
sort of supposed
boring
to be
kids.
Cameron's friend, but she wasn't quirky
She
enough.
wasn't quirky enough. Oh, she wore what's it called?
Overalls,
Overalls. That's
or
not enough. That's
coveralls, or
not
whatever.
quirky enough.
That was probably just a nod to Lainey wearing that
Yeah,
in the
probably.
beginning, I suppose.
Yeah. I don't know. That's something I can appreciate in She's All That. That it had those weird moments. It had a little bit of personality, even though not enough to make it good. I still thought it was a pretty bad movie, actually.
But the acting, you can't complain about the acting, can you?
I don't know. Matthew Lillard is always funny because he's good at
Yes.
overacting.
Yes.
But like Freddie Prinze Jr., it's kind of it's kind of
fine.
he's fine, but he's definitely banking on his looks, which is kind of funny because that's what his character does in the movie, and that's why he doesn't really know what he wants to do with his future because of stuff like that. And Freddie Prinze Jr. in real life kind of banked on his looks in the early 2000s, and that's why his career, I mean, he still has a career, but he's not like top billing anymore. He does voices for Star Wars and stuff. Nothing wrong with him. Just it's a fun allegory that he kind of is that character in real life that he is in the movie.
Yeah.
And then Rachel Lee Cook, she's kind of bland. I think she's fine. She's not bad. And then
I can't say that she's an exceptional actress in any movie I've seen her though.
No, I can't really remember her from anything else. I looked through it. She's done a lot of like TV movies or like what's it called Hallmark TV movies or whatever.
Yeah.
But I haven't really seen her in anything else, I think.
Oh, I think it's her at least in Josie and the Pussycats.
Oh right. Well, yes, I technically did see that, but it's not like something I remember because you really love that movie. So I have seen
2001,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that was like one of the first DVDs I bought myself.
Oh yeah, yeah. She is Josie, right?
Yeah, she's Josie.
Josie, yeah. No, I haven't really seen her in anything else. Anyway, yeah.
But the casting, because if you look at the casting, maybe not the three first mentioned names, but everyone else is people you recognize in something else. They just became bigger after this.
Yeah, I guess
Almost everyone.
Anna Paquin.
Yeah, I mean,
definitely.
her latest big thing is, I mean, she had True Blood for how many years?
Like 5 or 6 years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Kieran
Culkin, I don't know what he does nowadays, but
no, he's in Succession, right?
maybe
He's done a bunch of movies, or at least it's him, yeah. Because there's the other there's
oh yeah, that's true.
Rory Culkin, who also does movies.
All the Culkins do movies nowadays. Well,
yeah, well, McCall doesn't do many movies anymore, but
he doesn't have to.
he doesn't have to.
Did you notice that Kieran Culkin's character had hearing aids?
Yeah.
I don't think I noticed that.
No,
before.
they never pointed that out, which was fine, you know. It's just a character thing, you know. That's good. Let's see. Yeah, it's Rory Culkin, which I've seen like older stuff. He's in Sign. Igby Goes Down. Ooh, he's in Richie Rich.
Which
oh
one?
yeah, he plays the young Richie Rich because Macaulay Culkin is Richie Rich. I was like, what? yeah. And of course he's the little baby in the picture in The Good Son.
Oh.
So he used to play Macaulay Culkin as a baby.
No, poor baby.
But of course the thing I remember him from more recently is of course Lords of Chaos, where he plays whatever his name is. I don't remember. His band name is Euronymous, or his stage name.
Okay.
One of the creators of true Norwegian black metal.
Okay.
Um,
Quite different, I guess.
yeah. It's an okay movie. I don't wanna. But we're not gonna talk about that anyway. Yeah. So it has people you maybe didn't know back then, but you definitely know them now. But I mean,
Yes.
who knows? Maybe whoever is in He's All That will be famous later.
See, that's what I'm trying to get at. I don't think so. Well, Addison Rae is
Is she like
she's not gonna disappear.
is she like a pop star or something?
She has released music,
Yeah,
yes.
it felt like when she was singing Teenage Dream,
Teenage
right?
Dream,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was the best scene in the movie because that song is amazing. It's
Yes.
early Katy Perry, good Katy Perry.
You know what's funny though? Her friends sang before her.
Yeah,
The evil friend,
Madison
Alden.
Pettis, Alden. Yeah.
Yeah, she's a Disney kid. They usually know how to sing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And Quinn,
Yeah.
I found out from one of the reviews I watched. She won like Thailand's Got talent or something a couple like 5 years ago or something. So
Huh.
she can sing. She's like really good at singing, but they made her sing bad
Yeah.
for the movie because Addison Rae needs to sound good.
Yeah. And also, I don't know, that might just be a coincidence, but I saw that one of the producers of the movie is called Malloy as well. And I was like, oh. So it's what's it called? Nepotism. Because I didn't think Quinn or Myra, whatever her name was, Malloy was very good. She was pretty bad. Now I'm trying to find where.
Well, she hasn't done anything else.
No.
Really.
Let's see here. Produced by. Maybe I saw it. No, no. Sorry, I mixed it up. Her name in the movie is Quinn Panay, but her real name is Myra Malloy. And one of the producers was Andrew Panay. I'm sorry, I mixed up her real name and her character's name. So no, that was not nepotism.
Never mind.
Never mind. Yeah, but yeah, no one was particularly good.
No.
And
Kind of like what I said. If anyone caught the 5,000 celebration
live stream
live
yesterday,
stream,
or when
I
you're listening to
mentioned
this,
that
yeah.
like for the new Cinderella movie, the casting wasn't the best. It felt like they just casted someone for popularity, basically.
Yeah.
Kind of what they did here.
Yeah,
They wanted Addison Rae because
is she popular?
she is the like top 5. She's amongst the top 5 TikTok stars that has actually managed to branch out.
Oh, okay. Gross.
So she's doing music. She's in fashion things.
And she plays a TikToker in the movie?
Yes.
Ugh. Oh, by the way, that's a nice segue into something, because like I do when I don't like a movie, I start nitpicking.
Yes.
And I noticed something that I haven't seen in movies since I did that Adam Sandler podcast. There was a lot of brand names in this movie.
Oh, hell yes.
And I'm wondering, because this is a Netflix movie, I don't know if they actually do that, but if they were actually sponsored.
I've never seen it done like that
Yeah.
before.
But some of them I'm not sure about. They were just in the background, or they might have been fake. Like the first one in the movie, she mentions beauty products from Bunny Venom. Is that a real thing?
That's fake, I think.
Okay, that's a fake thing.
Because I think that's supposed to be Kourtney Kardashian's character's brand.
Yes. Oh, that's
So
another
like
thing.
her main sponsor.
Her sponsor, who runs Bunny Venom, that's an actual Kardashian.
Yes.
Yes,
it's
it is.
the
Okay.
older sister.
I was like, she's terrible. Is that a Kardashian?
Again, they're apparently friends in real life, Addison Rae and Kourtney Kardashian. So that's sort of nepotism, I guess.
Yeah, sure. But then anyway, I have them in order here.
You wrote them down?
Oh, I wrote them down because I started noticing, like, why is there so many like chips and cereal and candies?
Food.
What is going on here? So after that, we have when Cameron is driving with his sister to school, she's listening to that song by Dorian Van Dwellen or whatever his name was.
Jordan Van Dranen.
Right. The
boyfriend.
breakup boyfriend. Yeah.
Yeah.
And when he knocks her headphones off, she says, "Lay off my Bose." She actually says the
not my headphones.
No, my Bose. And Bose is, of course, the brand then.
Yes.
After that, when you have that the montage of whatever Brandon Van Bram bro bro bro, like throwing Jordan Van Brannen
Van Dranen.
Dranen
JVD.
JVD, thank you, JVD throwing like food at Cameron. There's the scene when he says, "I don't want to have to eat lunch and stare at your ugly underwear." Behind him in that scene, I think it's that scene. Behind him in that scene, you see 2 bags of chips. One is Lay's and one is Fritos, and both of those I'm pretty sure are owned by Frito-Lay, the same company. And then later, Cameron's friend, whatever her name is,
Nisha.
Yeah, she's eating Sun Chips and even says the name Sun Chips. However, I'm not sure if Sun Chips is a thing.
I have no idea.
Let me actually look that up. That's why I put Sun Chips ? Let's see if that's actually a thing. Yes, it is. Sun Chips. It's a brand of fried rippled multigrain chips launched in 1991. Produced by Frito-Lay. Same as Lay's and Fritos. So, okay, that's another one. Jesus
Are
Christ.
Doritos under that, too? Because I think they were in the movie as well.
Yes, after that, well, first, when the morning after, I suppose...
the breakup live stream?
Yeah.
Water bottles.
I didn't think of those, because that wasn't something I recognized. But definitely that was some sort of branded water.
Jesus Christ, yes.
I actually missed that. But Rachel Lee Cook, playing Addison Rae's mom, brings her breakfast in bed and says, "I got you Lucky Charms." Says, "I'm not a kid anymore." "But you used to love them." "Ooh, the marshmallows," she says after eating them.
Sounds like a commercial.
Yeah, she's like, super crunchy. It's like, "Ooh, the marshmallows, I forgot about those." I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
However, that is not Frito-Lay, because I think that's Post. They have a lot of cereals in America. But anyway, still. And then... that's the scene before, though, when she's eating the Sun Chips. Her friend Nisha. She mentions that she wants to go to USC because it's close to Legoland, and I love Legoland. And he's like, "Isn't that actually closer to UCDS or whatever, the 2 different colleges?" She's like, "Fuck." So they mention Legoland. That is just a mention. It's not, you don't actually see a product until later. But after that, we are at the karaoke party, pool party thing, and there is free Pizza Hut. And when they're leaving,
it's Pizza Hut.
Yeah, free Pizza Hut. And when they're gonna leave the party, she says, "Hey, can I bring some of this free KFC?" "Of course, thanks." And she grabs a bucket.
Yeah.
Yeah. And at that party, in the background, you see people drinking from big paper cups, not solo cups like any party, but like big McDonald's or like movie paper cups. And it looks like it's the Pepsi logo on there, but I'm not sure. However, I do know that, and I'm pretty sure, I might be wrong about this, but Pizza Hut does not sell Coca-Cola products, they sell Pepsi products.
Yes.
So
At least in Sweden, so I'm assuming that's the rest of the world as well.
I'm not sure, because it was blurred in the background, but it looked like the Pepsi logo on the cups. So I put Pepsi ? And then, of course, we get the care packages from their dad who lives in Sweden. You get some en Dalahäst.
Yeah.
And a Swedish Barbie, which is just a doll called Gertrude or something.
Doll.
Yeah. But
I've never seen that before.
The little sister also gets Lego.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. Which, I don't know if that's just if that's a connection to mentioning Legoland.
Scandinavian trope, though.
But I also want to say, he lives in Sweden and got them Swedish things, Swedish Barbie and the Dalahäst. But Lego is Danish, and I wonder if they just mixed that up. So
might be, or it's just because Legos are big in Sweden as well. So
yeah, but Legos are big everywhere.
That's true.
But I mean,
Dalahäst isn't a brand. Well, it is.
No, it's not a brand. But they're supposed to send Swedish things. And all right, and Lego is from Sweden, so we can connect that to Legoland. But I'm thinking they fucked up there.
I think they fucked up.
If Lego is actually sponsoring this movie, or whatever.
Well, they probably wouldn't. If it's a sponsor, you can't fuck up like that.
I don't know. Or it's like you say, maybe it's big everywhere, so might as well send Lego from Scandinavia.
Yeah.
And then at the Roaring 20 parties, or drop it like it's...
Drop it like
F. Scott.
F. Scott something.
Right, yeah, drop it like F. Scott. they all have Pop Rocks drinks.
Yes,
And even mentioned,
because she
oh,
has
there's
Pop
Pop
Rocks
Rocks
in anything.
in the eyes.
Yeah.
So once again, we don't see it, but they do mention Pop Rocks. And then there's another scene. Oh, when she's ironing
Dress?
her dress for the prom, in the background when they're or if that is in Cameron's kitchen, one of the kitchens they're walking through. Yes, it's when they're going to his dark room where he develops the pictures. They
Yeah.
walk through the kitchen, and in the background you do see two boxes of Pop Tarts, blurred in the background, but they're there. And it is a brand. You can't just have a brand in your movie.
Right.
So
No, usually you don't have a single brand unless you're sponsored.
exactly, you gotta clear
Maybe
that with the
having
company.
all the brands kind of cancel it out.
No, it doesn't. That would be a legal nightmare. And then the final one is when I don't remember what this. It's when he doesn't want to go to the prom, so his sister, he's at the stables, and his sister comes there and like, oh, I found this in your closet. By the way, why there's Skittles all
Oh
over your
yeah.
floor? Now
Did they
that might
drop them?
yeah, I dropped that might just be because Skittles is popular candy and they just wanted to say something funny. But once again, they're mentioning a brand name.
Yeah. Why it's not why is there candy all over your floor? It's
Yeah,
why are
exactly.
there
It's
Skittles?
Skittles specifically. So okay, we can cut out Bunny Venom because that's fake. But then it's
Yeah, I think that's fake.
Bose,
I'm not entirely sure.
yeah, Bose, Lay's, Fritos, Sun Chips, Lucky Charms, Legoland, Doritos, Pizza Hut, Pepsi, KFC, Lego again, Pop Rocks, Pop Tarts. All right, you see at least twice in the movie you see Smart Food chips, which is another real brand of chips. You see the sister eating Smart Food chips. And I want to see if Smart Food is another brand owned by Frito Lay. Oh, not chips, popcorn. Sorry. Yes, it's owned by Frito Lay. She eats Smart Food white cheddar or cheddar cheese popcorn. So that's I forgot that one. So that's like 15 or 16 brands in the movie, and several of them are Frito Lay. That can't just be coincidence. Like, ooh, we
No,
wanted to
they
make it
have
look
to be
real.
sponsored.
That has to be sponsored, right?
Because you wouldn't say, "Can I get some Pizza Hut?" You just say, "Can I grab some pizza?"
Pizza? Yeah, exactly. And she picks up the box, not the pizza, and like, hey, no, she picks up a plate. Sorry, that was me.
Yeah, but they zoom in on
Yeah, and
the
there's a
hand
bunch,
so you can
stacks
see
of
the
Pizza Hut boxes.
boxes.
Yeah,
Yikes!
that was a
That was
weird
annoying.
thing. Yeah, and I couldn't ignore it after a while because it was all over the movie, and like the first like several like half of these, yeah, Bose, Lay's, Fritos, Sun Chips, Lucky Charms, Legoland, Doritos are mentioned in like the first 30 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, something like
It's insane. I'm just gonna see if anyone else had noticed it.
that. Someone that I watched did mention at least a water bottle and Pizza Hut and KFC.
Yeah. Well, there was lots more.
Well,
Oh yeah, and of course you actually have. They're not just using random streaming app. They're actually using TikTok in the movie.
yeah, it's your TikTok live.
You see the TikTok watermark on some of the videos.
Yeah,
And I gotta ask, 'cause I don't know anything about TikTok other than there's weirdos on there.
thank you.
Can you can you live stream on TikTok?
Yes,
Okay. So they
that is actually quite common.
they knew how TikTok worked at least.
Yeah.
Sure. So you have that.
However, I'm not sure what they use when they call each other in the movie.
I don't know.
Did you notice that? I think it's when when Nisha and Quinn are on their way to the prom.
Yeah.
You kind of see like picture in picture in picture, because you see the phone screen which has the picture of the person who's sitting in the car, but you also see the person in the car who's holding the phone.
Oh yeah.
Kind of weird.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's just strange detail to put in a movie that is so actually like working a lot with the technology they have
Yeah.
in the movie.
I don't know.
Strange.
So that was I noticed that much more than I noticed anything else in the movie. But the thing is that a lot of the problems with She's All That are copied over to He's All That.
Yes.
It's very bare bones. It has more. It has a better structure and it has more connective tissue between the required scenes, but not a lot.
Wait, which one?
He's All That. The characters feel a little more fleshed. At least Paget and Cameron kind of more Paget than Freddie Prinze Jr. and She's All That.
Yeah, I guess, but it's because in this one, Paget is the main character. Freddie Prinze Jr. isn't the main character.
No, they kind of split that between.
Switched. Yeah. The
Yeah,
girl is
that's
always
true.
the main character for some reason.
Yeah.
Which is a shame.
Well, Cameron.
Might have actually been fun to see it from Cameron's point of view more.
Well, I get. Well, that's.
But at the same time, he's doing the big romantic gesture in the end, which is what the guy should do, I suppose.
Yeah, or the main character's supposed to do.
Yeah.
But there's. I gotta say though, Lainey is definitely more like she makes more sense as a character than Cameron does. I mean, she's your typical art school student. She's cynical. Like when they're talking about, oh, let's go to the beach. Oh, do you know how much plastic and oil is spilled? That's the first thing she mentions when they mention the beach. He's like, oh, okay. She's consistent in that, while and about her art and how her performance art is supposed to be like about what's it called? Not global warming. The trash everywhere.
Yes.
Whatever it's called.
Trash everywhere. The pollution?
Pollution. Thank you. Pollution. And how that is then reflected in her art. The one she's working on at school.
The war in wherever.
Yeah, and it's all toxic green, and she has like a sewer grate on the picture and tubes and shit. While
Cameron is
just he's a pretentious douchebag.
Yeah.
Who's
just mad at the fact that he has to go to that school, basically.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to have like a personality other than, oh, I like pretentious things.
Yeah. He's a bit they almost wrote him as the classic pretentious, like, older brother to the best friend.
Yeah, that we're not supposed to really like.
Until the end.
Until the end, yeah.
I'm thinking specifically of Bring It On, the first one. Kirsten Dunst falls in love with God damn it, I can't remember his name.
I only remember.
But he's also like, he only listens to rock. He talks about like old authors and stuff. He's very pretentious. It's like, yeah, but you guys only like pop. I can't really hang with you, kind of thing.
The only thing I remember from that one is what's her name?
Kirsten Dunst?
No, well, yeah, Kirsten Dunst, sure, but oh, maybe I'm thinking of someone else. Isn't maybe it's Eliza Dushku's character? Who's that? Fuck.
Let me think.
I'm pretty sure. Hold on. God damn! Why can't I remember names?
Dushku is Missy.
She's Missy, yeah, but I'm thinking
it's her brother, Cliff.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I mixed them up. I thought Lizzie Kaplan was in that movie, but she's not in it, right? Lizzie Kaplan from she's in Masters of Sex, right?
Yeah, possibly, but no, she's not in Bring It On. Not as a main character, at least. So no. But in that one, you have Cliff.
Oh, anyway,
he's like a year or two older.
Yeah, sure.
He's a cool guy who listens to rock, well, the Ramones and stuff. And he's pretentious. He makes mixtapes and hangs out in his dark room.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of the movie not being woke, Cameron wears a Gigi Allen shirt. Gigi Allen was I don't know what you would call him, punk rock artist / avant-garde artist, who, you know, that's because he likes punk rock. But Gigi Allen also had songs with titles like Expose Yourself to Kids,
Oh.
His brother, who was bassist in the band, I think, sported a Hitler mustache only to make people feel uncomfortable. He would beat up his audience. He would throw his own poo-poo at the audience. He was like an insane
No.
like person. And if you want to be, I mean, I love the guy, but if you want to be like, I think I think if you look at if you not just look at all that stuff, but if you really look at what he did, I think he was an artistic genius.
But perhaps that's
that
what
aside,
they're trying to do.
yeah, but that's a deep cut then, because most people when they see G.G. Allen just thinks of, oh, the guy who beats women and sings about exposing himself to kids.
To be fair, the audience that this movie is directed towards would not know who that is at all.
So they would just think, oh, it's another punk guy.
Like me, I'm even older than their like target audience, and I had no clue who that was.
Okay. I think
I didn't even notice that.
No, okay, but I noticed it just because I like G.G. Allen. There's a documentary about him. Now I'm going on a tangent here. Hold on. And I'm pretty sure it was never actually released. But I think it's on. Yeah. The documentary is actually on YouTube if you want to see it. It's called Hated. G.G. Allen and the Murder Junkies, which is his band.
We'll save that for another day, I think.
Oh, sure, yeah, sure. But if anyone wants to watch a cool documentary about a cool guy, check out just go search for Hated G.G. Allen on YouTube and you'll find it. It's made by the guy who made the Hangover movies, whatever his name is, Todd Phillips.
Cool.
Yeah, it's like his first project. Anyway, back to the movies.
Yes. It's just a pretentious douche who's just mad at the world, basically.
Yeah, he is.
And
he's
over the top pretentious.
Yeah.
Like, I get that, like, look at what these pigs are wasting when they throw away a perfectly fine orange. Like, yeah, sure, but what's the point of taking a picture of it?
Yeah.
That's so. It's so.
So sharp.
Pick it up and eat it.
He should have. No, he doesn't. He should have.
In the trailer, I think.
Oh, okay. That should have done. He should be like, oh man, hell yeah, I'm into dumpster diving. I save food. It's perfectly fine, you know.
Nisha mentions that she finds certain items.
Well,
it sounds like she
a shirt in his car, that doesn't count.
No, but did she mention something else?
I don't remember. I just remember like, oh, I found this. Or just like, huh? Was it in your car? Like, oh, okay.
Maybe it's that I'm remembering.
Yeah.
But they should have either gone like full out, because I feel like the elements that are trying to make him different aren't different enough to make him special. He just sounds like any like eco-friendly YouTuber in general who likes animals.
He's not.
He's a horse girl.
That was a funny and unique quirk, because you very rarely see guys who are like
being
interested in
horses that way.
Unless
it's a country movie.
Oh, sure, yeah. But he's just like,
this is not a country movie.
Oh, you're my friend, Gigi, or whatever the horse is called. Giddy, Giggy, Boogie,
do not
Woogie.
remember the horse's name.
Yeah.
I thought you were a good, what did he say? Like, people reader?
Yeah. Good character, good,
yeah.
Whatever, you know.
Yes.
Fucking, you know.
Judge of character, I think.
Judge of character, yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Judge of character, thank you. Yeah.
You know, one thing that bothered me with this movie, though, specifically?
No.
Because they do have 2 cameos from the original.
Yeah. Matthew Lillard is a principal, and Rachel Lee Cook is Paget's mother. Yeah.
Why did they not just make them the original characters?
Because then...
No, but, like, it didn't have to be... I mean, Matthew Lillard possibly could be, because they don't mention his last name too much, do they? No, yeah, his Hudson. He could have just been Principal Hudson instead of Principal Scott.
Yeah, but then it's a sequel.
No one would have, like... Well...
And it's not a sequel, it's a remake.
Yeah, I guess. But then why even bring on 2 of the stars?
Yeah, that I don't know, because is She's All That popular among kids today?
No idea.
No, so...
But it's a classic story that you obviously can do through generations.
Oh, sure. But I mean, who are those cameos for? Because there are no people in my age who grew up with She's All That. We're not going to watch He's All That. so we won't see those
No.
cameos.
I
And
think it might be for the people in between, like me.
yeah, maybe. Because the target audience for this movie is too young to know who Matthew Lillard is or Rachel
Yeah.
Lee Cook. Like
No,
what?
I think it's more for the 90s to 2000s kids who actually grew up on this and still are young enough to hang out on TikTok, I guess.
I
You
guess.
shouldn't say that though, because there are 40 to 80-year-olds on TikTok as well,
Oh
and they're
sure,
not
yo, no,
all
I know,
weirdos and creeps.
I know. I've seen
Even though
I've seen
there's a
my
lot of
share.
weirdos and creeps.
I've seen my share of weirdos. I mean, proper weirdos on TikTok, but I don't think
Yeah,
they
but
care
there's
about She's
also
All That.
normal people as well, so.
Okay. Well,
And also they try to like lure in older people with the Kardashian, I
ugh,
suppose.
she was so bad. What Kardashian was that?
Courtney.
Courtney. She was
I
so
think she's
bad,
the oldest sister.
and she had.
She was literally just playing herself.
Yeah, basically, she should have been herself, kind of like another Netflix movie, Always Be My Maybe, which is not that's romantic comedy. Not really a high school movie, but romantic comedy
No.
that we should check out, because that I think that's actually a romantic comedy done right by Netflix. We'll talk about that on Monday.
Is that the one where Keanu Reeves is in it as Keanu Reeves?
Yes, exactly. So Netflix cast Keanu Reeves as Keanu Reeves. This could have just been Khloe Kardashian as Khloe Kardashian.
Yeah, because she does have brands that
Yeah,
she
and she's an
has,
influencer, so
like sponsor people with. So,
and that would have been better because then you wouldn't care that she's a terrible actress.
however,
She sucks, and I don't know.
they might not be allowed to use the Kardashian name in the movie.
Yeah, because that's a brand in and of itself.
Yeah. And that's an expensive brand to even
I
try
guess.
and have in a movie.
Yeah, I guess. But
I mean,
I
the
don't
momager is on top of everything.
sure. But I mean, she was so bad. She's in like 2 scenes.
And
But
a phone call.
yeah, and a phone call. Yeah, but I mean, where you see her face, and I not to be mean, but I wonder, she had a lot of stuff done to her face because
I don't know.
she had no expression on her face, and I don't know if she was just a bad actor or her face is stuck like that because she was terrible.
No, I think she's just a bit deadpan in this one.
She was terrible.
I don't think she's done that much to her face that she can't move it. Not that I know. And I mean, she's smiling in her IMDb pic, so.
Sure. But I just think of that. It made me think of that scene where everyone thinks I'm fine, but I'm not fine. The crying Kardashian meme. No, it's not. That's not. Everyone thinks I'm fine, but I'm not fine. It's another one. Well, hold on. Let's see if we can find it.
Isn't that Kim?
Huh?
Isn't that Kim?
Oh yeah.
Kardashian?
Well, yeah. I don't know. They all look the same. I don't know. Yeah.
I'm thinking, like,
But that's the same thing. Like her face, she squints her eyes, but the rest of her face is just still.
it's I'm not sure if that's the one you're thinking of, but I'm thinking of the one where Kim loses her earring in the ocean, and Courtney walks out and saying, "Kim, there are people dying," and just walks off.
No, I'm thinking of well.
Okay.
Well, you can't hear it, but I think I found it. Hold on, I'll just do this, so you can watch it too. I think it's this one. You recognize that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll play the sound. 3, 2, 1, play. Oh.
Oh my god, I'm gonna cry when I dive in here.
No, that.
Gut and my heart is telling me that I just did this too fast and I didn't know what I was doing. I wasted everyone's
This one.
money. I wasted everyone's everything and I feel bad.
Okay, that was it.
Yeah, that's the meme.
Yeah. That just made me think of that because her face is so.
But that's Kim. That's not Courtney.
Yes, that's her. But I don't know. I don't know the Kardashians. I just she looked like a Kardashian, and I was right about that.
Well, yeah.
But that's what I thought of when I saw her in the movie.
She's not an actress, and I think she's one of the sisters who resents mostly being in the Keeping Up with the Kardashians. To be honest.
Okay.
If I understand it correctly, I'm not keeping up with them, so I don't really know. But
You're not
from
keeping
what
up with the Kardashians?
No. I only see snippets here and there when you can't really miss it on
Isn't
other
that
apps.
isn't that the name of the show they had or had?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Keeping Up with
Okay.
the Kardashians.
Ha ha ha.
That's why I said it.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
God damn it.
I didn't make that connection. Well, okay.
You did.
I
but
didn't think you made the connection, so I made the connection, and we both failed.
Whatever.
Whatever.
No, whatever.
Anyway, let's wrap this up. So
Yes.
She Saw That, He Saw That, both pretty bad, but I think I slightly prefer She Saw That. Which one do you prefer?
I mean, She Saw That is slightly better because it's the nostalgia for me. I understand why they did He Saw That, and I understand that it will become
I don't understand
something
why
that
they did
people
it.
watch. Maybe I'm thinking of like 12-year-olds though.
Yeah,
like-
but why make it a remake of a movie?
No, they just wanted to steal the concept. And
Okay.
the writer is the same guy, so he's like,
Oh, it
well,
is?
I can't write the same movie twice without making sure it's yeah, I think so at least.
R. Lee Fleming Jr.
Yeah,
wrote He Saw
it's the
That.
same. He wrote She Saw That too.
He did? Oh, yeah, there. Oh, and he wrote Get Over It.
Yeah, so
Huh.
he writes these kinds of stories,
Okay.
and he can't write this again without calling it a remake
Sure.
because
yeah.
it's so much alike. So I think that's the main reason they wanted to make it a remake. Other than that, they could have probably just done the same story and no one would have really thought of it.
Yeah.
Because it's been done before, more or less.
Because Never Been Kissed is kind of the same story. Sort of.
I haven't seen that.
I think it
properly,
is,
I
at
don't know.
least.
I do have one question, though, before
Yeah?
we wrap it up completely. In He Saw That, before Cameron gets his makeover, is it just me or does his face look kind of CGI? It looks like the scruff is CGI'd, and the hair in some
You mean
scenes.
specifically in that scene?
No, before the makeover scene. In
Yeah.
random scenes, he just looks very CGI in his face. It's like the mouth kind of not follows long when he turns his head or something.
Okay, I didn't notice that.
But then when he's shaved,
Okay,
and it's normal.
I didn't notice that. I just noticed that he has that kind of like thin skin that I know Daniel Radcliffe has as well. Because you see, because he had the very the wrinkles in his face, and when you saw him without the shirt, his skin looked paper thin. That's the only thing I noticed about his skin. But some people have that. I don't know.
When he was scruffy, he looked very fake.
Okay, well, I think his
perhaps
hair
for
was
some-
his long hair was extensions. I think it looked like it.
Or a wig when he was wearing a hat.
Yeah, because it looked like it was like layered and not in a good way.
Yeah. But I think it was a wig when they were cutting it.
Okay.
Because, I mean, he had longer hair before, but not that long as far as I know. Because he had it in Cobra Kai in one of the seasons.
Okay. Oh, by the way, Never Been Kissed is not really the same story. It's about a newspaper reporter who enrolls in high school as part of research for the story.
Yes. It is, however, in Not Another Teen Movie.
Yeah, yes. That's probably why I'm mixing them up. Because I have seen scenes from that movie. I haven't seen the whole thing.
That one is also, it has everything in it.
Yes.
It has all of the...
Yeah.
All of the 90s and 2000s teen movies.
Yeah.
Basically.
Well, let's wrap it up by reading some reviews and comparing, because She Saw That definitely got better reviews.
I haven't looked at them yet.
It got on IMDb.
It has a higher rating.
Yeah. On Meta
And a higher Metascore.
on Metacritic it has a 51, and He Saw That has a 36.
Yeah.
So let's read some of She Saw That, that's just headlines. The best it got was a 7 out of 10 from Salon.
Wait, user reviews, right?
Oh no, critic reviews.
Oh, okay.
We can check out user reviews as well. So the best it got was what really saves She Saw That from being just another why good heavens you're beautiful piece of piffle. However, is the way its lesser elements sparkle. The romantic comedy may be predictable, oh yes, but director Iskove over the top parody of faux celebrity, the Matthew Lillard stuff. By way of Lillard's gleefully preening, partying, getting sensitive for the camera, ex-real worlder is a hoot. Well, that's not the only good stuff, but anyway. And then we have a more middling review from the New York Times. She's All That is essentially a formulaic comedy, but it has enough glimmerings of originality and wit to make you wish it were more bolder and funnier than it turns out to be. And then the worst it got was in the 20s, I think.
I'm sorry. I'm reading one of the user reviews from 1999.
Oh.
The person is called Travis. 2-star review out of 10. Conform, citizen, conform is the title.
Jesus Christ.
And just like, the first line is just, high school jock number 1 gets dumped by his prom queen to be. Duh. So the fool bets that he can make a replacement out of the geekiest girl in school. Which, yes, that is the premise. But
Yeah.
they're making it sound so weird. And then, like, and this one is hell of a geek. For a start, she does not like dumb macho jocks. No, really. And listen, you're gonna love this. She wears glasses.
Well, yeah.
Like, with exclamation marks and capital letters and such weird punctuation.
Well, it's from
Yeah.
99, so people can write
This
back.
person, the last one is God, I Hate My Generation. He just hates it.
Oh. The worst one I got was from the Austin Chronicle. 2 out of 10. Shoddily constructed out of bits and pieces of previous genre triumphs. She's
yeah.
All That is as dull and droning as the fluorescent lighting in your old study hall.
That's
Yikes.
a bit harsh, maybe.
Well, now I'm remembering things I wanted to mention. Things I did like, though. She's All That makes She's All That feel more like a movie. First of all, but that's just me, I suppose. It's shot on film, which looks very nice. It has a very soft feel to it, which I like. And because it's not HDR and shot on digital, the lighting is kind of moody. In a lot of scenes.
Which fits the whole 90s.
Yeah, but also
vibe.
like when they're at the beach, it's like it's perpetual twilight. It's sundown basically the entire time they're at the beach.
It looks like Overcast.
Well, no, I'm thinking the light. It's all orange glowing light.
Maybe it is.
Yeah, and the lighting in He's All That, while it's very nice and you can see everything in very clear colors. It doesn't really look like a movie because it's all super overlit and like flat looking.
A YouTube video.
Yes. And they in a couple of scenes they try to do like the super colorful, super light, super shiny when she's like filming stuff, and then cutting to the real world and it looks more dull,
drab. I guess.
But there's just a couple of scenes. Other than that, it all looks like a fake.
It looks like they all have ring
scene.
lights on them, or like we have key lights on us.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess they do, but it doesn't. Like, the production should have made it look more realistic.
Exactly. I just noticed that towards the end. Like, why are they walking around in looks like a cotton candy world almost, with the colors and everything is so bright and shiny.
Yeah, a little bit.
And then there was something else. I just wanted to mention. I mentioned before that I could like down to the very minute could pinpoint when they're gonna like break up, because in the movie the movie is 1 hour 40. At 44 minutes, I was like, oh, they're prepping for prom. I was like, in the next 10, yes, in the next 10 to, I've said this to myself, I should have recorded it. In the next 10 to 15 minutes, they're going to break up because she's going to find out the truth.
Oh, and you had that, I was a bet.
Yeah.
Which I love that they copied that.
Yeah,
exactly.
I was a fucking bet.
I loved that.
Yeah,
that was actually a nice homage to the original. That
scene,
the exact same wording, basically.
44 minutes into the movie, exactly 9 minutes and 59 seconds later, she says, I was a fucking bet, and leaves. I was like, yes! On the dot! That's how predictable the movie was.
Yes, that's true. I'm looking at the user reviews for He's All That now.
Yes, let's go to He's All That. What do they say?
Everyone is just like, cringe, 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 cringe. I was like, yes, I agree, it is a bit cringe.
But it has a 4.3, so someone must have liked it.
Yeah, but all the first ones are like 1s and 2s. I haven't found anything more yet.
Well, here, it's in a graph here. It has some 10-star ratings, 1,200 10-star ratings, but it's overwhelming with 3,700 1-star ratings. And then there's just like there's some 5 stars, like 2,000
Yeah,
5 stars.
I found one 4-star here.
Let's see if I can
The
specifically.
real movie stars had to step in and promote this for the kiddos. It's a cute little movie to watch. There's a lot of things they did wrong, and I feel bad for the actor that plays Cameron, who had to try and force chemistry with the lead, has no clue what she's doing, and have to carry the movie. Because yes, he is an actor. He's actually acted before, in comparison to Addison Rae.
The only good acting in this movie was from the horse.
I gotta say, the little sister was kind of
Yes,
good,
I was
though.
gonna say that. Even though that crying scene felt a little forced. I mean, not the actual crying, but it just comes from nowhere. She starts crying, but it was still.
Yes.
But she still did a good job. Yes, and I think she felt very natural and real throughout the movie. I liked her.
Just like a little sister is supposed to be.
Oh,
except for that crying scene, which was very weirdly written, because
she was
Addison
like,
Rae's character should not have that impact on your life.
Yeah, and it was like, oh, I thought you were gonna be here. So, what are you doing here, sister? Well, I want to talk to you, and I'm so sad that we lost. From nowhere, she starts crying.
Yeah.
I was like,
But
whoa.
also the comparison of losing your mother to losing a girl.
Yeah,
friend?
it was a little weird.
No, that should not be part of your happiness.
And then they didn't really mention that, but there was the weird thing where the sister and JVD like almost hooked up, and she is 16 in real life, the actress, but it feels like she's supposed to play like 13, 14 maybe.
She goes to the same school as them though, so she's got to be like the lowest class, and they're
so then she'd be 14
class.
or 15.
Yeah.
But he's still like 18.
He's repeated classes though. He hasn't graduated.
So he must.
As
he's
the
older.
principal mentions that,
so let's be conservative and say he's 20. That's still statutory rape, and that's not. No one brings that up. It's just like, hey, you shouldn't hit on my sister. It's like, no, you shouldn't commit crimes.
That's a quiet nod to shit that's happened on TikTok.
Maybe
because there's been so much drama and rumors and about people like grooming each other and hooking up with people who are younger than they should be hooking up with.
These
sometimes
groomers.
getting away with it.
Yeah. Well, how can you get away with it if everyone knows it's happening? I don't understand that.
Because no one actually presses charges.
Yeah. Well, that's a topic.
That's
for another day. Yeah. The whole thing, especially a few years ago, but it's still going on to some degree in YouTube. People like calling out, grooming or pedophilia.
Yeah.
But calling it out in YouTube videos instead of actually pressing charges.
It's like they want the victim to okay, everyone knows about it, so you can just press charges now. But no, they might not want to do that.
Yeah, like going for clicks rather than going for getting justice.
Yeah.
Super weird.
Yeah.
Anyway,
again,
that's for another discussion. Yeah.
But most of the ones I'm scrolling through here is just everyone's either saying it's just cringe or Addison Rae can't act. Most of them can't act.
Yeah.
Or just watch the 1999 version instead.
Who held Matthew Lillard and Rachel Lee Cook at gunpoint to star in this mess? Well, they didn't star. They had cameos, basically.
Yes. And I've seen the clips from interviews with Matthew, and he's like, it was fun.
Yeah, I'm sure it was fun for him.
I'm just doing it because it was fun.
Yeah.
Because his character is fun. That prom scene, he is actually fun.
Yeah, he's fun, and he gets to do a little weird dance from the original. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Here.
So he just did it for fun.
3 out of 10. The loser was hot even before the makeover. That's a little bit of a problem in both movies. They covered up better, so to speak, in She Saw That, but
and also that's an old trope. You can't do that one anymore.
No, I know. What's his name? Tanner Hutchison
Tanner
something.
No, he's not a Hutchison.
Tanner Buchanan. Sorry, Tanner Buchanan. He's a good-looking guy.
Yes.
But he's got a beanie on and long hair, so he's like, oh my god, how am I gonna fix him?
Because he doesn't fit the normal standards of beauty for men nowadays.
Okay. Anyway.
He's not TikTok pretty.
Sure. And then the same thing with Rachel.
Beanie and long hair.
The same thing with Rachel Lee Cook.
Yeah, back then it was glasses and.
Yeah,
no,
but
it was your hair up.
She is very good looking still. Yes. And yeah, but at least there they try to cover up. She had big baggy clothes and the glasses, I suppose. Even though
the long hair that kind of covered the shape of the face. Yeah. Sure. I get the.
But it's still like,
point of it, but
like they pointed
pretty.
when in the movie. It's like, oh, what about her? Oh, no way, man, that's too easy. And then Rachel Lee Cook is supposed to be the hard one when they're pointing at like obvious ugly people. Sorry.
Do mention her attitude.
I know
though.
it's the attitude as well, but I mean, come on.
Yeah, because in a movie you will notice the physical aspects more than the attitude at first.
Exactly.
Before you get to know the characters. So it looks weird when you like put a beautiful actress in that role.
Yes.
And then you call her ugly because she's wearing glasses. I'm like, come on.
Yes, it's like that.
Thank you.
What's that movie? I think it's a Disney movie. Came out like almost 10 years ago. The Duff, like the ugly friend or whatever.
No, that's not the person.
No, not that. There they got an actually ugly girl to play the ugly girl.
Yes.
No
yeah,
offense.
The designated ugly fat friend.
Yes, exactly. And she's super cute. What the fuck? I remember when that movie came out and I was like, how is she the ugly friend? She's the hot
also,
one.
Like, that movie's trying to like get rid of that one, I guess, to like to expose it, because you had that with guys too. You had it in Superbad specifically. It's always the fat funny friend.
Sure, yeah.
Guys.
Sure. Yeah, I know. It's a trope. It's a trope.
And it's a stupid trope.
But the movie specifically like is about changing an ugly person, ugly so to speak, into a beautiful person, quote unquote.
Yeah, so they had to make him look more of like a homeless person. Because nowadays you can't call people ugly unless they're dirty.
Yeah, no, I mean, you shouldn't call anyone ugly anytime, but I mean, no offense to anyone, but I mean, they should have in She Saw That, they should have picked the fat chick that they're pointing at.
Yeah.
Because she's not conventionally beautiful.
Made her wear clothes that fit her better.
Yeah, exactly. Or in this one, they should have picked the science guy.
Yes.
That would have
actually been more fun.
Yeah, instead now they just picked the hot guy, but he had a beanie on, so he's ugly.
Yeah, he looked scruffy.
so
you Tobias, you need to shave to become hot, just so you know.
Yeah, I know. That's why I haven't shaved.
Because you want to go against the grain.
Yes, I want to be different, man. I'm not one of those. I don't conform to your beauty standards. Or I guess I'm just lazy.
Exactly.
Anyway. Yeah.
I think that's it. I don't know if I have anything more to say about them.
No.
They're entertaining in both of them, but I'd probably recommend 99 version. However, like a 12-year-old today would not appreciate that. They'd probably gravitate towards the 2021 one.
Like, and that's sad.
Yeah.
Because even if both movies are bad, I at least hope that people watch the better one. And like objectively, I think we can agree that She Saw That is the better one.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway,
that's it.
That's it for this time.
On Monday we'll be ranting more and even more about this, because we'll bring up more movies and we'll actually watch a couple of them again.
Oh yeah.
More properly.
I definitely think we should talk about Always Be My Maybe or whatever it's called, because it's another Netflix movie that has actually done well. This kind of movie. Maybe ECA. ECA is a good example of a high school romance comedy that actually captures that old school feeling in a modern setting. But whatever. If you want to hear us talk more about movies like this, please subscribe to us on Patreon. You'll also get, exclusive episode. You get early access to our or my other podcast. You get early access to videos, exclusive videos, commentary tracks. We're going to record a Dune commentary track this week. When were we going to record it?
We're watching the movie on Tuesday, so...
Oh, right. So next weekend we're recording that commentary track.
Most likely,
yes. Sure, yes. And all that. And you get all that for $3 a month. So please check us out there. Otherwise, give us a 5-star on iTunes, or follow us on Spotify, or subscribe if you're on YouTube. Wherever you're listening to this, be sure to follow us so you're updated whenever we release new episodes. But
Thank you very
Yeah.
much for listening.
thank you so much for listening, and until the next time, have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.